They say, if you hear a whistle at night, don't answer it. Simple enough. Just one of those old warnings small towns whisper to keep the kids in line. Like, don't go into the woods alone, or stay away from the quarry after dark. In our town, Ashbrook, it was the whistle. My sister Ellie and I used to joke about it. I was 14, she was 12, and we'd make up dumb versions of the story for fun. Legend says the ghost of Old Man Tuller whistles looking for his dentures. Or, if you whistle back, you trade places with the thing in the dark. She always laughed, but there was something about the way she looked toward the window afterward. Just a flicker of unease. No one ever said what exactly happened if you did answer it, just that you shouldn't. It was a warm September night when it happened. We were home alone. Mom worked late shifts at the hospital, and Dad had left a few years ago. Ellie was brushing her teeth, and I was in the living room, scrolling through my phone, half listening to the bugs outside. That's when I heard it. A whistle. Low, slow. Just 4 notes, rising and falling like a tune I didn't recognize. I froze. It wasn't from the TV. It wasn't my phone. It came from outside, near the tree line by the edge of our yard. Another whistle. Closer, I stood and walked to the window. Nothing but trees and night, and the shape of our swing set swaying slightly in the breeze. But the air felt wrong, too still, like the night was holding its breath. Ellie walked into the room, towel around her neck. "Did you hear that?" I asked. She nodded, wide-eyed. It sounded like whistling. My mouth went dry. Don't whistle back," I said. She frowned. I wasn't going to, but then she smirked. "You're scared, aren't you?" "Ellie, I'm serious. It could be." She puckered her lips and let out a soft, mocking whistle. 4 notes, the same pattern, just teasing. I slapped her arm. "Stop! That's not funny!" She opened her mouth to say something, but then we both heard it. The whistle came again, but this time it was right outside the window. Same 4 notes, exactly the same. We both froze. Then the back porch creaked. There was no wind. We locked the doors, turned off the lights, and sat in the hallway between the kitchen and the stairs, clutching each other, barely breathing. For almost an hour it was quiet. No whistles, no sounds, just silence pressing in like a weight. Finally, I dozed off against the wall. When I woke up, Ellie was gone. The front door stood open, swaying in the breeze. I ran outside, heart pounding, barefoot on the cold porch. "Ellie!" I shouted. The trees said nothing. Then, somewhere deep in the woods, I heard her. A whistle. 4 notes, but something was wrong with it. Slurred, wet, like someone whistling with a mouthful of blood. Still, it was her tune. I grabbed a flashlight and ran into the trees. "Ellie, where are you?" No answer. Only the crunch of my steps and the whisper of leaves brushing my shoulders. I stopped near the creek, panting. My light flicked, and for half a second, I saw her. Ellie, standing at the edge of the water, pale, expressionless. "Ellie!" I shouted. She didn't move, didn't blink. I stepped closer. "Come on, we have to go home." She tilted her head, smiled a little too wide. Then she whistled. But this time, the sound didn't come from her mouth. It came from behind me. I turned, nothing but trees. When I looked back, she was gone. I ran home. The police found me curled up on the porch the next morning, Ellie's towel clutched to my chest. They searched the woods for days. No sign of her, no footprints, no whistle, just gone. I told them everything. They chalked it up to shock. "Kids and legends," they said. "Probably ran away." But I know what I saw, I know what I heard, and I know this. Every now and then, I still hear it. A low whistle just beyond the trees, 4 notes, waiting. But I don't go looking anymore, and I never, ever whistle back.
It started like every other time.
Eyes wide open, body frozen, chest pinned by invisible weight, the ceiling spinning slightly, as if reality couldn't quite hold still. And there he was again, the same black figure that had haunted my sleep for nearly a year. Shadows stretched tall, limbs too long, fingers twitching like spider legs. No face, just two glowing eyes like dying coals in a pit of ash. I should have been terrified, but after the 10th time, fear had dulled into a kind of ritualistic dread. The demon always hovered, always leaned close, always stared. He never spoke. Until last week. That night, something changed. He didn't just stare. He leaned closer, closer than ever before, until I could feel the cold absence of breath against my cheek. And he whispered, "Don't let it in." My eyes burned, my heart pounded, but I couldn't move, couldn't respond. He stared for another long moment, then vanished. I awoke gasping, drenched in sweat, the echo of his voice bouncing in my skull like a warning shot. That was the first time. The next night I didn't want to sleep. I drank coffee, pushed past midnight, but exhaustion won. And again, I woke up pinned. Same ceiling, same darkness, same burning eyes. But this time, his voice was shaky, urgent. "It watches you when I'm gone." I wanted to scream, wanted to ask what it was, but all I could do was listen. He raised a clawed finger to my lips. "It knows you're awake now." Then he disappeared again. That morning, I found deep scratches on my bedroom door. I don't own a pet. I started researching. Sleep paralysis, demonic hallucinations. None of the stories I found matched what I was experiencing. Most demons torment, threaten, sit on your chest and feed off fear. Mine was warning me. The third night, I fell asleep with every light on. My phone flashlight, my desk lamp, even the hallway bulb. Didn't matter. I woke up in pitch black. The power had gone out, and there he was, closer than ever, nose almost touching mine. "It comes from below," he hissed. "Beneath your floor, beneath your dreams." I heard something then, a soft tapping, faint but steady. Tap, 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 from under my bed. "It smells your fear," he said, "but mine tastes older." His voice cracked then. For the first time, he sounded afraid. Then he vanished, and the tapping continued, louder now. That day I tore apart my room, pulled up rugs, checked vents, nothing, no explanation. But that night, I didn't sleep at all, and still, around 3:33 a.m., I felt the shift. My limbs went heavy, my breath shortened, and there he was again. But not in front of me. This time, the demon was crouched in the corner, hunched, trembling, watching something behind me. I couldn't turn my head, couldn't look, but I felt it. Something was standing right next to my bed, breathing. Not the cold, silent air of my demon. This was wet, animal, starving. Then I heard it. A voice that wasn't a voice, scraping inside my skull like teeth on bone. "You were warned too late." And then the mattress sank beside me. It had gotten in. I woke up screaming, my nose bleeding, fingernails torn from digging into the mattress, and carved into the wall, etched deep into the plaster behind my bed, were 3 words: "He's not lying." I moved out that week, slept on couches, on floors, anywhere else. But last night I slept in a motel off the highway. No shadows, no tapping. And I thought maybe it was over. Until I woke up this morning and found a note slipped under my door in crooked, trembling handwriting. "I can't protect you here.
It started with flashes.
Not memories, not dreams. Flashes, like a slide projector clicking through images in the dark. I'd be doing something mundane, washing dishes, checking my email, and for half a second, my vision would flicker, and I'd be there, a sterile, white surgical room. Harsh, overhead lights, a metal tray of tools glinting beside an operating table. The table wasn't empty, someone was on it, strapped down. I couldn't see their face, but I could feel their fear. It happened 3 times the first week. By the end of the second, I was afraid to blink too long. I tried telling my girlfriend Claire. She said it was stress, lack of sleep, something about screen time and melatonin, and how the brain makes up weird stuff when we're exhausted. I wanted to believe her, I really did, until I saw the scar. It was faint, like a surgical line that had healed over time, right below my ribcage, just off-center. I only noticed it in the mirror, drying off after a shower. My fingers traced it automatically. I had no memory of getting surgery, ever. No appendectomy, no gallbladder removal. Nothing. I called my mum, asked if I'd ever been hospitalized as a kid. She hesitated, then said, "No, honey. Just the usual flu and a broken arm when you were 10. Why?" I didn't tell her. But that night, the flashes changed. They didn't just show the room anymore, they placed me in it. I wasn't watching. I was inside, flat on the table, light blinding my eyes, mouth dry, limbs heavy but not numb. And the worst part? I could feel the tools. Not pain exactly, just pressure, cold metal against skin, a tugging sensation under my ribs. Then I'd snap back, usually mid-conversation, sweating, heart pounding. Claire started getting worried, said I was sleepwalking, talking to myself in the middle of the night. She recorded me once, played it back in the morning. It was me, all right, standing at the foot of the bed, whispering, over and over. They said they took it out, but it's still in there. I saw a doctor, told him everything. He ran blood tests, CT scan, MRI. I told him about the flashes, the scar, the voice recordings. He looked at me the way doctors look at people who've read too much Reddit at 3 a.m. But the MRI? He paused halfway through reviewing the images, frowned, zoomed in. "There's something here," he muttered. He pointed to a dark mass near my diaphragm. Could be scar tissue, or a foreign object, but if you've never had surgery, this shouldn't be here. They scheduled an exploratory procedure. I agreed reluctantly. They put me under. When I woke up, I was alone. No Claire, no nurse. Just a throbbing ache where the scar was, and a tight, dry sensation in my throat. I sat up slowly. There was a mirror across the room. Fluorescent lights buzzed overhead. It looked familiar, too familiar. The flash hit me before I could process it, but this time it didn't go away. I was in the room, the same room, the tray, the tools, the lights, but now there were people, 3 figures in surgical masks, motionless, staring at me. Their eyes didn't blink. One of them stepped forward and raised a scalpel, not to use it, just to show me. And then he spoke, voice muffled through the mask. "We didn't finish last time." I screamed. Blackout. When I woke again, Claire was beside me, crying. The doctor came in. His face was pale. He didn't make eye contact. "We found something," he said, "wrapped around your stomach like it was growing there. Wires, threaded with bone." I asked what it was. He said he didn't know, but they couldn't remove it, because it bled when they tried. Not me, it. He showed me photos, blurry ones, but I saw enough. Tiny metal teeth, rib-like clamps, black tubing embedded in my tissue. They stitched me back up, gave me antibiotics, told me to rest. But last night, I had another flash, except it wasn't a flash. I was awake, and I couldn't move. The lights flickered on in my bedroom, and I saw them. The three figures in masks, just standing there at the foot of the bed. The one in the center leaned close, whispered, "Next time, don't fight the anesthesia."